Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today because we have some very exciting General Hospital news to talk about, and it's definitely worth the wait. Oh, let me tell you folks, I was sitting right there in my old recliner last night with my feet up and a fresh cup of coffee in my hand when General Hospital came on and just about knocked me sideways. You know how these shows get under your skin after all these years? They feel like old friends you've known forever, the kind you worry about even when the credits roll. Well, last night's episode had my heart pounding like a drum. I couldn't stop thinking about Sasha Gilmore Corbin and that precious little baby girl of hers, Daisy. Bless their hearts, they've already been through enough storms in life, and now this new trouble feels like a dark cloud rolling in from nowhere. I've always had a soft spot for Sasha. She's one of those strong, quiet types who keeps picking herself up no matter what life throws at her. Raising a baby all on her own while trying to build something stable that takes real grit, the kind you don't see every day. And little Daisy, well, she's just an innocent baby, all smiles and tiny hands, the kind that makes you want to protect her from the whole wide world. So when that sneaky Jen Sidwell fella started talking last night, I leaned right in closer to the screen, worrying like it was my own kin in danger. Here's what got me so worked up. Sidwell was sitting there with Ethan Lovett and Tracy Quartermain acting all smooth and sending over drinks like he was just being neighborly. But we all know better, don't we? That man don't do nothing without a reason. He let it slip, real casual like, that Holly Sutton and Sasha are living together in a sweet little old house out in the French countryside. A cute little vintage place, he said, like he was describing a postcard, but the way he said it sent a chill right down my spine. He knew exactly where they were, every detail. That ain't just happenstance, that's a man who's been keeping tabs, watching from the shadows like a hawk. I tell you, it reminded me of that old saying we got here in the States, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Sidwell's playing that game like a pro. He likes having the upper hand, always one step ahead, and right now he's holding all the cards. He's been following the people who matter most to his enemies, and now he's dangling that information right in front of Ethan just to show he can. It's his way of saying, I see you and I see the ones you love too. That kind of power play don't sit right with me at all, not one bit. And here's the part that really tugs at my heartstrings. Little Daisy is right there in that same cozy house with them. Sasha, Holly, Robert Scorpio. 4 good people under one roof, trying to live quiet and safe. And this one dangerous man knows exactly where that roof is. If Sidwell decides to make a move, it won't just touch one of them. It could splash back on everybody. I kept thinking about how Sasha has fought tooth and nail to give that baby girl a good life away from all the chaos. She deserves some peace after everything she's been through. Daisy deserves to grow up laughing in a sunny yard, not looking over her shoulder. The thought of that sweet child being anywhere near Sidwell's reach just makes my blood run cold. Ethan looked like he was about ready to handle things his own way, and I can't say I blame the boy one bit. When family's threatened, a man's got to step up and draw a line in the sand. He told Sidwell straight out that if he didn't keep the peace, there'd be a heavy price to pay. But I sure hope he thinks twice before rushing in blind. Sidwell don't strike me as the type who plays fair or fights clean. One wrong move and it could bring trouble down on the whole bunch. Sasha, Daisy, Holly, and Robert all at once. I was talking to my wife about it this morning over breakfast saying, you mark my words, this ain't gonna end quiet. Still, that's exactly why I keep coming back to General Hospital every single day. These characters feel real as the folks down the street. They love hard, they fight hard, and they protect their own with everything they've got. I'm sitting here praying. Sasha finds a way to keep her little girl safe and sound. She's earned some happiness, that girl has. And Daisy, well, that precious baby deserves the chance to grow up without a single shadow hanging over her head. I keep hoping Holly and Robert can help circle the wagons and keep everyone protected like family's supposed to do. I'll be right back in front of the TV tonight, just like always, with my coffee and my worry beads. These stories pull you right in and make you care so much it feels personal, like you're part of the family yourself. If you've been watching too, I'd love to hear how you're feeling about all this. Drop me a line and tell me, are you as worried about Sasha and little Daisy as I am? We're all in this together, rooting for our favorites to come out okay on the other side. Hang in there, Sasha. We're pulling for you and that sweet baby girl with all our hearts. You've got a whole bunch of us cheering you on from our living rooms. Sasha did what any good mother would do. She packed up and left Port Charles to keep Daisy safe after that awful stalker mess with the child. She just wanted peace and quiet for her daughter. away from all the dangers back home. They ended up in a sweet little old house in the French countryside with Holly and Robert. Sounds like a picture-perfect fresh start, doesn't it? But then Sidwell opened his mouth and everything changed. That man knows exactly where they are. He said it so casual, like he was talking about the weather, but we all felt the threat behind those words. Now Sasha's trying to protect her baby so far from home, and the trouble might have followed her anyway. What really tugs at my heart is little Daisy. She's just a tiny thing, innocent as the day is long. Even if Sidwell isn't aiming straight at her, that poor child could still get caught right in the middle of whatever storm he's cooking up. I keep thinking how terrible it would be if something happened to Sasha. Daisy might have to grow up without her mama, and that thought just breaks my old heart. A little girl needs her mother's arms around her, especially after everything they've already been through. Sasha fought so hard to give Daisy a safe, happy life, and now this shadow is hanging over them again. It ain't fair. It just ain't fair at all. And it's not just Sasha and the baby who are in danger. Holly and Robert are right there in that same house. Those two have seen their share of trouble over the years, but this feels different, darker. Robert Scorpio has always been the kind of man who steps up when folks need him. I've got a real bad feeling that if Sidwell stirs up real chaos, Robert might end up playing the hero one last time. We all know Tristan Rogers is getting his memorial soon, so the show's probably getting ready to say goodbye to Robert in a big way. If he goes out protecting the people he loves most, Holly, Sasha, and that sweet baby, it would be just like him, but Lord, it still hurts to think about. I was talking to my wife about it this morning over breakfast, shaking my head and saying, you know, sometimes these stories feel too real. Sidwell knowing the truth about where they're hiding gives him power, and men like him don't just sit on power, they use it. He's been watching, waiting, and now he's letting Ethan know he's got eyes on the ones Ethan cares about. It's his way of saying he's still in control. Ethan looked ready to fight, and I can't blame him, but I sure hope he's careful. One wrong move could bring everything crashing down on that little French house and the 4 good people living inside it. Still, that's why I've stuck with General Hospital all these years. These characters crawl into your heart and stay there. You cheer for them, you worry for them, and you pray they come out stronger on the other side. I'm hoping Sasha stays sharp and keeps her little girl safe. I'm hoping Holly and Robert find a way to circle the wagons and protect that family they've built. And if Robert does have to leave us, I hope it's with the kind of courage and love that makes us remember him as the hero he always was. I'll be right back in front of the TV tonight, same as always, with my coffee and my worries. These stories pull you in deep, make you care like they're your own kin. If you've been watching too, I'd love to hear what you think. Are you as concerned about Sasha and little Daisy as I am? Drop me a line and let's talk about it. We're all in this together, sitting in our living rooms and rooting hard for that young mama and her baby to come through okay. Hang in there, Sasha. We're pulling for you and that sweet little girl. With everything we've got, you deserve some real peace, and we're hoping the show gives it to you soon.